What if I told you that your Chihuahua's sleeping position is basically a secret language, and most owners completely miss it? Because that tiny ball of fur on your couch right now, it might not just be sleeping. It could be telling you if it feels safe, cold, stressed, or even deeply bonded with you. And the craziest part, some sleeping positions can literally reveal your dog's emotional state better than their barking ever could. So if you've ever wondered, why does my Chihuahua sleep like that? You're about to find out more than you expected. Chihuahuas are small, but their behavior is incredibly expressive. In sleep, something they spend up to 12 to 18 hours a day doing, is one of the clearest windows into their inner world. In this video, you're going to learn what your Chihuahua's sleeping positions actually mean, from the famous taco curl to the dramatic back belly up sprawl. We'll break down what each position says about their comfort, trust, temperature, and even personality. And by the end, you'll be able to look at your sleeping Chihuahua and understand them on a completely different level. The taco curl, the classic Chihuahua position. Let's start with the most iconic position, the tight little curl. This is when the Chihuahua looks like a tiny cinnamon roll, nose tucked, tail wrapped around the body, legs hidden underneath. So what does it mean? First, it's instinct. Dogs naturally curl up to protect their vital organs and conserve heat. And for a small breed like a Chihuahua, warmth is everything. They lose body heat faster than larger dogs. But there's more going on here. If your Chihuahua sleeps like this often, it usually means they want warmth. They feel safe enough to fully relax. They're conserving energy. They're in a rest and reset mode. Here's the interesting part. If the curl is extremely tight, it might also mean your dog is slightly unsure of their environment. Not necessarily scared, but extra alert even in sleep. So, the next time you see that perfect little ball of fur, don't just think cute. Think comfort, protection, and instinct working together. The side sleeper, the trust position. Now, this one is important. When a Chihuahua sleeps on its side, fully relaxed, legs out, belly partially exposed, that is a huge sign of trust. Why? Because the side position is vulnerable. In nature, a dog would never sleep like this unless they felt completely safe from threats. So if your Chihuahua does this on your couch, bed, or next to you, it means they trust their environment. They feel emotionally secure. They are physically relaxed, and they are in deep, restful sleep. But here's the deeper insight most people miss. Side sleeping often appears more when a Chihuahua is bonded strongly with a specific person. So if your Chihuahua only sleeps like this near you, that's not random. That's attachment behavior. But there's an even more exposed position that says even more about emotional safety. We'll get to that in a moment. The belly up, the ultimate trust signal. This is the one that surprises most owners. A Chihuahua sleeping on its back, belly exposed, paws in the air. It looks funny, almost ridiculous. But behaviorally, this is one of the strongest signs of trust in the dog world, because the belly is the most vulnerable area of a dog's body. When a Chihuahua sleeps like this, it usually means they feel completely safe in their environment, they are temperature regulating, cooling down, they are in deep REM sleep, and they are not expecting any threats at all. But here's something even more interesting. Chihuahuas that sleep belly up often have strong confidence in their territory. That could be your bed, your couch, or even just a favorite blanket spot. However, if a Chihuahua never sleeps like this, it doesn't automatically mean something is wrong. It may just be personality, habit, or preference. Still, when you do see it, that's one of the clearest "I trust you completely" signals you'll ever get. The burrower, under blankets and between cushions. If you've ever lost your Chihuahua inside a blanket pile, you're not alone. Many Chihuahuas are natural burrowers. They'll dig under blankets, pillows, clothes, anything soft and enclosed. Why? There are three main reasons. First, warmth. They're small dogs with fast heat loss, so warmth is survival level comfort. Second, security. Enclosed spaces mimic the feeling of a den, safe, dark, protected. Third, instinct. Their ancestors likely used burrows or covered areas for rest. But here's the twist most owners don't realize. Burrowing isn't just about cold weather. Some Chihuahuas do it even in warm rooms, which means it's often more emotional than physical. They're basically creating their own safe zone. But what happens when your Chihuahua refuses to burrow or curl up at all? That can actually tell you something very different. The sprawl sleeper, the confident free spirit. it. Now, this one is rare, but very telling. A Chihuahua that sprawls out, takes up space, stretches legs in multiple directions. That's a confident dog. This position usually means they are completely relaxed, they are regulating body temperature, they feel no need to protect themselves, and they're comfortable claiming space. And here's the interesting contradiction. Even though Chihuahuas are known for being clingy or cautious, some are surprisingly bold in sleep. A sprawler is often socially confident, secure in environment, comfortable with their owner's presence, low anxiety during rest. But there's another angle. If a Chihuahua suddenly starts sprawling more than usual, it can also mean they're overheating or the environment is too warm. So context matters. Sleep positions are never just one thing. They're a mix of comfort, instinct, and environment. If you're watching this and thinking, wait, my Chihuahua does all of these, drop a comment and tell us which sleeping position yours uses the most. And if you're learning something new about your dog right now, consider subscribing because we break down real dog behavior in a way that actually makes sense. Now, let's go deeper into something most owners completely miss. What sleep positions say about emotional bonding? Here's the part most people never think about. Sleeping position is not just about comfort, it's about relationship dynamics. Chihuahuas are highly emotional and socially aware dogs. They track their environment constantly, even when resting. So their sleeping position often reflects how safe they feel with you, how confident they are in their surroundings, how emotionally bonded they are, whether they are in alert rest or deep trust sleep. For example, a Chihuahua that always sleeps touching you, even slightly, is showing attachment reinforcement. Physical contact during sleep is a bonding behavior. Meanwhile, a Chihuahua that sleeps nearby but not touching is still bonded but more independent. And a Chihuahua that constantly changes sleeping positions throughout the night, that can mean they're adjusting for comfort, temperature, or environmental awareness. But here's the key insight. There is no perfect sleeping position. There is only what is normal for your individual dog. And once you understand that, you stop interpreting behavior as good or bad and start seeing patterns instead. So let's bring it all together. Your Chihuahua's sleeping position is not random. It's a combination of instinct, emotion, and comfort. We learned that the curled taco position is about warmth and protection. Side sleeping signals trust and emotional safety. Belly up sleeping is one of the strongest signs of security. Burrowing shows instinctual need for comfort and den-like safety. Sprawling often reflects confidence and relaxation. And most importantly, your Chihuahua isn't just sleeping, they're communicating, even in silence. So next time you see your Chihuahua curled up, stretched out, or buried under a blanket, don't just walk past it, watch it, because you might be looking at one of the clearest expressions of trust your dog can give you. And once you learn to read it, you'll never see their sleep the same way again. If you enjoyed this, there's a whole hidden world of Chihuahua behavior waiting to be uncovered. And if you want more simple tips about Chihuahuas, join my free newsletter. Link is in the description. See you in the next one.